There is a major difference between us. Not in the way that we see each other, but our perspectives in life. No, it's not a joke on our height difference. Nothing of the sort. We're not that different in height for it to matter in such a way. Why is it that you seem so okay with me? Someone you've just met. Most people are intimidated. I'm not very good at talking. I never will be, most certainly. What? Love at first sight? Do you even know what you're saying? Do you understand the concept of it? How do you know it exists? Because you feel. Interesting. I didn't take you for such a dreamer. Someone so fueled by their heart instead of their mind. But I can appreciate you from that. Well, I suppose then I owe you a chance, don't I? At least that much, for you to prove yes or no for those feelings, those intentions that you have. Yes, as you know, I'm not very much of a talker. This is very difficult for me, but I still would like to share something. Being alone, being intimidating. Most people look the other way. My father, he was different than me, and I want to be just like him. But it's different now. I've not gotten many chances. This cruise that we're on, I didn't expect to have any chance at someone approaching me, let alone someone claiming first love. It's strange, frightening even. Pardon my words. Sometimes they won't come out. I get fairly nervous easy when it comes to things like this. It's the weakness of my shell. Because I don't know how to express myself. Is it that obvious? Then so be it. If it is, then maybe now it might be better not to have the armor. Maybe it's better you break through. There are only few things that I've ever wanted, but to not be alone, to have someone to smile with, that's one thing that always appealed to me, because it was different, because it was far more special than mere acquaintances. I don't want things that are complicated. I don't need things that are complicated. As long as I can do my best, as long as I can be proud of what I do, proud of those people who hold me dear, I want to be dependable, truthful, and honest. I want to be someone dependable beyond any means, that can save the day whenever there's a problem, whenever there's something bad. That's what I seek, more than anything. Why am I telling you this? It's a good question. Partly I don't even know myself. You're easy to talk to. I can tell you that much. Come, this way. You deserve an hors d'oeuvre. Here. This one's very good. This one's not so good. It makes me smile when I get to see you enjoy it. I wonder if that means something. Deeper, more intently. I'm no expert on the subject, but I'm glad I feel rather than not. Do you enjoy all of this? Meeting me, I mean. Or eating the hors d'oeuvres. It's not a blush, I don't think. How would I know if I'm blushing or if it's something else? Is there a secret to it? I, I understand. I can't tell if my heartbeat is irregular. Is yours? Would you hold my hand? I thought that there was no reason not to. We might as well hold our hands and enjoy the stay. Would you like to go swimming with me? Or maybe to the volleyball court? This is a cruise ship after all. How I got here, who I came with. I didn't come with anyone. I didn't intend to even go. I won it for free, and my friends said it'd be a shame if I didn't go. What's your story? Interesting. So you've been here because you got dragged along. I suppose we both were dragged along in our own ways. Both trailed along like fish on a line. Do you like the ocean? I feel as though it gives me a sense of freedom, but also of fear and a slight sense of wooziness. You feel comfortable here? I'm surprised. It's very difficult to get my sea legs, but it seems like you had no problem. Impressive. Could it be because you have slightly shorter legs? Maybe it has to do with the legs. That's why they call it sea legs. Perhaps. Did you want to take a walk on the deck before we go to anything else? I wanted to enjoy every moment as best as I can, because if I don't, would it really be worth it to be here? Would it really be meaningful that I won something? I'm unable to really get to the bottom of these feelings. They are strange, outlandish, much like our meeting here. But I'm glad we did. I'm glad because I wanted to, for no other reason. I didn't want to be alone in this strange place. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy it. I do. It's rather nice. It's just a matter of finding comfort in it. If I was all alone, like I had been, I think I would have went the whole trip just being aloof, wandering, unsure of where to go or what to do. I probably would have spent my time observing others having fun, wondering what I was supposed to do to reach that set feeling. It's a strange and confusing feeling, but I don't regret us meeting. My name, Wakatoshi Ushijima. It's nice to meet you. I like your name. It's very nice. And it suits you. You don't think so? Then is there something that you'd prefer me to call you instead? Is there something that you'd prefer me to call you? I'll come up with one as soon as I can. I'm honored to have this chance to come up with something so meaningful to you. Even if it seems like just a name, there's a lot of pride and power in a name, even a nickname. You can call me anything that comes to mind. I'd be honored to have a nickname from you. Is that strange? I just want to understand you more. When we figure out things better, then maybe we can figure out about your first love. I've never been able to really understand what love means. Of course, I love my family, even if it ends up being a dysfunctional one. I feel like it's important to stick together, and more than that, I want to know what it feels like to have a first love. I've spent so much of my life being involved in my sport, being involved in what I've loved, that there was very little to get in my way, very little to distract me from what I always wanted. And yet, I never thought of it. I never thought of what it might be. That thing that I forgot. That thing I neglected. I thought it would distract me in a way I feared love. And I apologize if I can't reciprocate it. I don't know if I can. I will try and understand it, but I cannot always. Yes. There's much that I wish to know about you. What's your favorite food? Huh. That's an interesting one. I think if I had to pick one, it would be something simple, like a plum onigiri. I haven't really got a taste for sweet things, but salty and savory, mixed in with the sweet, makes it much easier to palate. Much more tasty. Yes. Are you all right? I know they don't have much Eastern-style dishes here, but there's some that are very delicious. I recommend the lobster, maybe even this over here, though I'm only partially sure as to what it is. What am I supposed to take from that? That my reactions are cute. I'm not sure if I can... I'm not sure what to say to that. Flustered. I don't know if I'd say that, but I'm not used to such attention. To be honest with you, I don't think I ever could be. Oops. I spilled it on you. I'm so sorry. Let's go back to your room, or mine. I'll get you something to clean it. No. I wasn't thinking anything like that. It's just your outfit was so cute. I didn't want you to feel sad that I spilled something on it. My nerves got the best of me. I'm very sorry. I just want to make it right. If anything, I could buy you something new in the shop over there. It's fine. I have enough money. It's not an issue, I insist. Besides, you wanted to see where my feelings lie, didn't you? Then isn't it as simple as seeing what happens with a date? If that would make things up to you, if it would make things proper, then I'd gladly go on a date with you. I would have gone earlier. I let my nerves get to me. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I hope those clothes aren't too sentimental to you. If they are, I promise, I'll make sure they're cleaned as new. I'm not entirely sure how I'll do it, but I'll find a way to. Mark my words on my promise as a proud man. No way. You look at me, it's different than I'm used to. Much different. I might not have experience in this field of romance and love, but I hope you'll take care of me. Cute. I've never been called something like that before. Are you sure it suits me? It's certainly not something I'd think. Usually it's intimidating, tall, strong, manly. Things that I'm used to. But I'm definitely not used to. The way you treat me, it's different. Refreshing. Anyways, we need to help you clean up before the stain sets in. I'll carry you so the stain doesn't spread. It's no trouble to me. Just relax. Oh, I wasn't aware that this was embarrassing. I didn't mean it in any embarrassing way. I was just trying to take care of you, 'cause I was the one who wronged you. There wasn't anything else involved in my thought process. It was just trying to do things the right way, the just way, the way that makes you feel safe and sound. And you mentioned going for a date. I'm not doing this out of pity. I was interested. I just felt it was only fair, as well, to give you that time to see how things go between us. You're asking what I want. Isn't that simple? I've only ever wanted one thing. To understand myself, and since we've met, you've helped me understand that I haven't looked at myself in the mirror enough. I haven't faced what I am, who I am, and why I am. I've instead just focused on one thing, trying to be someone who could make my father proud. Trying to be someone who could make myself proud. But I spent these 21 years all alone. Maybe it's time I look into possibly sharing some things with others. Of course, when I used to play volleyball, it was before my injury. I'm mostly okay now, but I was quite famous back then, both for my height and my prowess in the sport of volleyball. However, now, it's a thing of the past. I must work harder. Yes, this is also part of improving myself. I understand now. Thank you for teaching me something. Thank you. Sorry. Is it not proper to say thank you to those who help? I've also done you a disservice. I feel extra inclined to do what I believe is right. That's why I'm carrying you. I assure you I'm not blushing. It's just my nerves. If it looks like I'm avoiding eye contact, it's for your own convenience, obviously. I admit, I lied because I was nervous. I didn't want you to think I was strange. I really am quite flustered. I've not held someone in my arms in this way, and I've not made such a fool of myself in this way either. Is there anything that could help you see me in a better light? I guess the date will be quite telling, won't it? As long as I can prove myself, that's what I want. I want to be a man who can make you feel something. A man who's worth more than just a stain on your beautiful outfit. I've always been taught, if you do a negative, do two positives to counteract it. It's very important to me that I stay in the right, that I do things honorably and to the best of my ability. I will not be lazy and I will not be lax. When it comes to doing the right thing, there is never an option for that. It was never once even something I'd consider. I am no coward and I never will be, but I am still nervous. I apologize for my lie. I'll make sure to make up for it. Is that not what you want? Then what would be to your... be myself? Then I guess I worry. If I'm myself, I won't know what to say. That my words won't always have the impact I want them to. That I might even be forgettable or, worse, boring. The last thing I want to be is someone you can easily forget. What do I seem to you? Someone who's a stranger. I want to understand how you feel, what I seem like, who I seem like, what kind of person. That's what I want to know. It's not easy to always understand things socially. I have much to learn, but I hope you'll teach me what it's like to have someone, since you said it was love at first sight. Does that mean that I'm someone special to you already? Or is it more that you want me to be, you dream of having someone too? It's okay if you're lonely. I understand if I'm not yet special. I wish to earn it by honorable means. Getting handouts isn't my style. So what comes next? What do you enjoy for a date? That is something I want to get good at. If I'm going to try this, I might as well try with everything I am as a man. If I left anything else, it wouldn't be my honest effort. It would be half-hearted. Did I already say that? Something along those lines. Then you have my apologies. I sometimes find myself repeating when I'm nervous, especially with someone as frankly attractive as you. There's only so much composure I can manage. Otherwise, it's easy to get overwhelmed. And right now, I'd say I'd be a liar to claim anything otherwise. When I look at you, when I see someone who gives me a chance, it's difficult, different, almost stifling. If only because I've never been given this role to fill, this place in my life. I've always been expected to feel and act a certain way. But it was never about relationships, never about others. It was always about myself. You inspire me, but I'm not sure why. It's a strange mix of feelings, ones I'm not sure how to put into words. I'm grateful, if that makes sense. Yes, I wouldn't exactly change anything, if only because you've shown me that I don't have to fear what I don't understand. That my best may just be good enough. You really don't understand the situation, do you? No. Maybe it's I who don't understand. Because my eyes, when they meet you, I get nervous, my mouth gets dry. I feel as though the whole world slows to a crawl, and I keep looking at those oh so kissable lips, at that beautiful, wonderful little quivering that they do when I get near. I'm sorry if I scared you. I lost myself for a moment in my own fantasies. What I was imagining. You shouldn't worry about that. We have to get new clothes for you and... How did you... get down so quick. And what are you doing? Is this what they'd call a kabedan? Shall I lower myself a little? Yes. I don't want you to think, just because I'm 6'6" now, that you're any worse for wear, being shorter. I just want you to know, all of this, it may be spontaneous in the moment, and something I don't fully understand, but I know my feelings, and my heart tells me I want to know what you're feeling right now. I want to understand that touch you grace me with. I want to understand why you feel how you feel. I want to caress those lips, those cheeks, those eyes, every detail of you. I want to kiss, even if I've never kissed in my life. I want to know what it feels like. These 21 years have been far too long without satiating my curiosity. Did they treat you the same? That was my first kiss. I don't regret giving it to you. Not in the slightest. Know that. I do not make decisions I will soon regret. Even if I seem as though I'm intimidating, I'm doing what I see best, and I'm glad you found me cute. I find you cute as well. Extremely so. In fact, I'd go so far as to say I've never felt these feelings in all my life. You took me away from things. The feeling I didn't quite know how to feel. I understand. It was just a kiss away from making sense. And yet there's so much more I want to learn, that I want to know, that I want from you and I. This may be the most greedy I've been, outside of chasing what I thought would make my family proud. Things that I could be truly proud of. But you, I think I can be proud. Proud of the fact that I learned something new today. A stagnant mind reaps nothing but sorrow. But a mind, and more importantly, a heart in motion. That's what happiness is made on, isn't it? Sorry. It's a quote from a good friend of mine. I haven't seen him in a while. And yet still, in a way, you remind me of him. And I like that. I like you, even if I can't say into words how I feel. I can put it into action. Just the same. I hope you're aware you made me like this. And maybe I had an effect on you just as well. Then maybe both of us should start taking responsibility. I want it to be special between us. That's why I don't want you to think of anything other than this moment. I want it to be something that you'll never forget. That's why I want you to have all of my first. Relax. Just leave everything to me. I promise you, I won't let you go, nor will I let you down. That beautiful heart, that glorious soul, I want it all as mine. I never want to share. Your skin tastes amazing. Your heartbeat, I can feel it quicken. Put your hand on my chest. Can you feel mine? It's a connection, and we feel the same. A rare opportunity for us both to understand the other. And I won't waste this opportunity. I wouldn't dream of it. Not when I have you in my arms. Not while I have you in my heart. When your body quivers, it makes mine ache. And so, if you don't mind, I wish to take every bit I can. If I go at it with all my heart right now, would I be able to charm you? That's all I want. That's all I could ever need. The companionship I've heard so much about, yet never had the joy of realizing. I want you. What do you think you're... That's right. I want everything between us to be inseparable. Like this. Of course, more than any of this, I want you to feel loved. Loved beyond anything. Or at least appreciate it. I think I like you. And this may be impulsive, and we might not have any business making such advances, but I still don't want to stop. I don't want to, and I never will. Because it's you. Because it's us. Be mine, honey. I need more. I need you. was just for fun, and I owed you one. So, what's the shame in this? You really know how to make a guy feel intense. Emotions aren't exactly something I'm well versed in. They're certainly not my forte or comfort zone. Instead, I'd say they're foreign and strange, aloof and weird. I don't expect the words that come out of my mouth to mean very much. At least not now, not until you get to know me earnestly. I believe it's important to take your time getting to know people, especially those who you claim to have fallen in love with. I want to learn more about you. I want to understand who it is I'm holding in my arms even more. I'm curious, and I want to know your thoughts, your feelings, your heart. It doesn't have to be anything in particular, but I'd love to hear anything from you. Anything I can. More about you. More about what you feel. Who you are. Who you want to be. What your dreams are. Your favorite pastime. Everything. There's nothing I don't want to know. Me. I like volleyball, but ever since my injury, I couldn't keep up. Instead, I've taken up some esports. I've taken them equally serious. I figured one sport to the next. They both rely on coordination, dedication, and proper hard work. Do you watch esports? I hope I can be something of a cool man for you. Now that I'm 21 and I've had time to think it through, I wanted to pursue this with everything I am. I didn't want to hold back. I've done that far too many times in my life. I promise I won't hold back with you. Are you sure you'd like that? Is it really fine? Then I'll accept your words as the truth. I'll trust you. But you must be honest if it's not. If ever I'm not what you want or need. It may hurt my feelings, but I'd rather that than you play a game of pretend. Love isn't meant to be an act. Let's never make it that. Okay? Thank you for the experience. And the opportunity. Too serious? Is there such a thing when it comes to romantic love? I wonder, is that something I should worry about? Or is it just how I should let things be? Either way, I'm glad to have you in my arms right now. And I want to know what comes next. My curiosity, it won't end with this. My love, or at least my like, lies with you. In a way, it's never really lied with anyone else. Use it how you wish. Savor and cherish it how you like. I won't ever betray you. If I lose interest, I'll tell you then and there. Straightforward always beats deception. Is that acceptable to you? Good. Then I think we'll get along. I believe you're worth more than that. You should stop minimizing your own feelings. You fell in love with me at first sight, didn't you? Then stand by those words. Stand by me. And be mine. You're mine, aren't you, honey? And then don't worry about the details. Just relax. Yes. Like that.